People pointed out that I'd had conversations with people or met people in my work, and I couldn't recollect the meeting when they could. I'm very organised as a person, and I was starting to realise that I wasn't able to file things where I could find them. So it was frustrating, and a lot of the decisions were making were pretty big decisions, so you get them wrong, and it makes life difficult. And it wasn't till much later, at some point, I went for a cardiologist appointment.
Mr. Rogers, the doctor will see you now.
And the cardiologist sat me down in the room, and my phone was ringing. And it was annoying because it was ringing. I couldn't work out how to put it on silent or turn it off. So anyway, the call stopped and I sort of left it, and then it rang again. And she said, could you just turn your phone off? And I just couldn't work out what I needed to do to stop this phone from making noise. And she said, are you experiencing this sort of thing now and again? Or have you? And I was saying, yes, like these are the weird things that are happening. And from that point, she then referred me to a memory clinic. And when they said, unfortunately, we can see that you have young onset Alzheimer's, you literally could have knocked me off my chair. It was almost an out-of-body experience. It's as though time stood still. I'm Jim Rogers. I'm 57 years old, and I'm living with younger onset Alzheimer's. This is Hold the Moment, a podcast from Dementia Australia, full of real stories about life after diagnosis. But I'm not alone. I'm joined by my co-host and friend, Hamish McDonald.
G'day, Jim. I've met heaps of people living with dementia through my work as a journalist, but all of this hit much closer to home when my dad was diagnosed a few years ago with Lewy body dementia. He'd been diagnosed previously with Parkinson's disease, and I guess it was a bit of an evolution from there. Getting news like that, Jim, well, it's pretty big.
It is. It's huge. To be honest, Hamish, it's shocking. Since getting that diagnosis, all I wanted to do was find out information and connect with other people who are experiencing what I am, because it's very isolating and I knew nothing about dementia, so I needed to find out as much as I could.
In many ways, that's exactly why we're doing this podcast together for Dementia Australia.
And you'll meet lots of people who are living with dementia, and we're going to explore some of the common issues that all of us are facing.
So, Dad's living in residential aged care now, close to my siblings and I. We're all in Sydney. I go to see him probably at least once a week, and when he's up for it, we go swimming in the Bronte Ocean Pool. It's something he loves and I enjoy too. He's also an outdoors man. We grew up in the Snowy Mountains. Dad was always out rowing, cross-country skiing, hiking in the mountains, but also running his pharmacies. It was really difficult for him to move away from the Snowies. I know he misses it enormously, but he also misses his independence.
This is something that so many people I talk to feel. We're not going to sugarcoat how difficult things can get. We're also going to show the many ways you can live a full and rich life with dementia.
So in this series, we're going to meet Heather, who's staying active and learning new skills along the way.
Oh, certainly. I have line dancing. My teacher, only the other day, she said, "You're all facing the wrong way." And they said, "Oh, and Heather is too." And she said to them, "And Heather's got an excuse."
And Anthony, who isn't shying away from dating with dementia.
Ooh la la.
I clicked straight away. And then we started texting and then talking on the phone. And then I told her my diagnosis.
And then there's Pat, facing the scariest part of it all with a smile.
I'm very lucky because I was diagnosed early, because that allowed me to do what I did to get my active dying plan out of the way. And now I'm on my active living plan and my adventure with dementia.
Hold the Moment is full of helpful tips.
And stories that we hope you might take some comfort from. All right, Jim, you ready to do this?
Let's do it. Let's find out how to live your best life with dementia.
Search Hold the Moment wherever you listen to podcasts.